Alright, let's use the piano keyboard to put all this whole step and half step stuff together and start making some major scales. You might want to have your keyboard diagram handy for reference. In this lesson, we're going to start on a note, then build a major scale from that note using our specific sequence of whole steps and half steps that make up every major scale. Once again, that sequence is 2 whole steps, 1 half step, 3 whole steps, 1 half step. For the first scale, let's start on C. Middle C in this case. We'll be making the C major scale. The first thing we want to do is go up 2 whole steps. Since we're starting on C, what note would be the first whole step up? Answer: D. D is 1 whole step up from C. C, D. If you're not sure, you can always verify a whole step by counting up 2 half steps. Remember, 2 half steps equals 1 whole step, and a half step is the next note up or down on the piano keyboard. So starting on C, we'd want to go up 2 half steps. 1 half step, 2 half steps. D. So a whole step up from C is D. Okay, that's the first whole step. Now for the second whole step. Since we're on D, what note is 1 whole step up from D? Answer: E. E is 1 whole step up from D. D, E. That takes care of the first 2 whole steps. We started on C and went up 2 whole steps. D, E. Next, we need to go 1 half step up. Since a half step is the next note up on the piano keyboard, and we are on E, what note is the next half step up from E? Answer: F. F is 1 half step up from E. E, F. Next, we need 3 whole steps up. We're on F. So 1 whole step up from F is G. Next is 1 whole step up from G, which is A. And the third whole step, 1 whole step up from A, B. That's the 3 whole steps. We started on F and went up 3 whole steps. G, A, B. For the last note, we need to go 1 half step up. 1 half step up from B is C. Notice we've arrived back home at C, the same note name we started on, only 1 octave higher. Let's review. We started on middle C, and we went up 2 whole steps, D, E. Then up 1 half step to F. Next we went up 3 whole steps, G, A, B. And finally up 1 half step to C. There's the C major scale. Let's do that again, but this time we'll start on F. We'll be making the F major scale. Before we get started, it's worth noting, when we made the C major scale, we ended up using only the white keys. The C major scale is the only major scale that does this. All other major scales will use 1 or more of the black keys. Since we are making the F major scale this time, we will use 1 or more black keys. Other than starting on F, everything is exactly the same. We'll use that same sequence of whole steps and half steps that make every major scale, and we're going to use the piano keyboard to help find our notes. First, we want to go up 2 whole steps. We're starting on F. 1 whole step up from F is G. For the second whole step, one whole step up from G is A. That's our first two whole steps. Next, we go up one half step. The next key up from A on the piano keyboard is B flat. B flat is a half step up from A. Now we want to go up three whole steps. We're on B flat, so one whole step up from B flat is C. Did everybody catch that? B flat is a black key, and one whole step equals two half steps. So, from B flat, count up two half steps, 1, 2, and we arrive at C. That's the first whole step. Next is one whole step up from C, which is D. And the third whole step, one whole step up from D, is E. That's the three whole steps. Starting on B flat, we went up three whole steps, C, D, and E. The last note is one half step up. One half step up from E is F. And once again, we have arrived back home at F, the same note name we started on, only one octave higher. Let's review. We started on F and went up two whole steps, G, A. Then up one half step to B flat. Next, we went up three whole steps, C, D, E, and finally up one half step to F. That's the F major scale. I'm sure you're becoming very comfortable with this by now. When making any major scale, we'll always use that specific sequence of whole steps and half steps. We can start on any note, and as long as we use that sequence of whole steps and half steps, we'll end up with a major scale. Let's do one more. We'll start on G this time and make the G major scale. Starting on G, we want to go up two whole steps. A whole step up from G is A. A whole step up from A is B. Next, we go up one half step. A half step up from B is C. Now we want to go up three whole steps. A whole step up from C is D. A whole step up from D is E. And a whole step up from E is what? That's right, F sharp. And lastly, up one half step. A half step up from F sharp is G. That's the G major scale.